Here today and standing up for what is right, standing up for justice, standing up for your students, and standing up to make sure that you get the best contract possible. Arise Chicago is a 28-year-old interfaith organization working on workers' rights. I would like to call upon two of my colleagues who are going to read a religious leader's statement that has been sent to the president, or will be sent to the president of this university. This statement has been signed by close to 50 religious leaders throughout the Chicagoland area. So let's start with Reverend Tim Beal.
President Gibson, we are writing you as concerned religious leaders in Chicagoland area regarding the situation with members of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees Union on Northeastern Illinois University's campus. No worker should live in poverty. NEIU has the largest group of lowest paid civil service workers of all other state universities when accounting for the cost of living in Chicago.
That's right.
That's right.
The actions of the university have led to fear and anxiety for workers and students, creating an environment where it is very difficult for professors and students to thrive. We are especially concerned regarding NEIU's desire to terminate an employee without just cause after the employee participated in protected concerted activity, an action allowed by law.
That's right.
As the school year begins, we are calling on your administration to go back to bargain in good faith with your workers. We know that a good contract that lifts up workers will in turn lift up students. A good contract will be a great benefit both to NEIU and the broader community.
Yes!
Thank you.
So friends, that will be delivered to the president. I did write to her and ask for a meeting with her over 2 weeks ago. She has yet to respond to us. But we will continue to make our presence known because we believe that what you are doing is God's work indeed.
Yes.
And so now may God bless your gathering here. May God bless you all and keep you filled with strength and vision and hope as together we move to a better city in the city of Chicago. Thank you.
Thank you, Arise Chicago, for coming out to support all of us today. Thank you so much. One more hand for Reverend Hawking and Arise. Thank you. We're going to begin our speakers now, and the first one I'm going to bring up here is a colleague from both of our unions, both UPI, of which we are both a proud member, and AFSCME. This is Professor Rebekah Fitchett from the Earth Science Department. Let's hear it for her.
Thank you. I have to have my notes because that's how I operate here. My name is Rebekah Fitchett, and I am the lab manager for Earth Science and for Environmental Science, and I am a proud member of AFSCME Local 1989. I am here because I see my fellow union members struggling every day, overworked and underpaid, and that is wrong.
That's right. That's right.
I am here because I know that the strength of a union is in its members, and a union has no powers if its members do not act. An individual alone does not have the power to hold the administration of this university accountable. But a united group of individuals, like we have here in our union, certainly can.
Yep.
The leadership of our union has worked as hard as they can, but they are few, and they need our support, our strength to push for what we deserve. We are powerful when we speak with a united voice, and it is time for us to use that power. 5 years of a letter of agreement. They said that they would work with us to resolve the unfairness of our contract. We believed them because the core value of the university is integrity. It says in the mission statement that the university is committed to honesty, respect, and transparency in its words and actions. But they are not living up to these values.
Whoa!
The administration knows that our contract is unfair, that the system of compensation is broken, and they have the responsibility to work with us to fix it. But they have stalled, deflected, and outright ignored their promises and their responsibilities to the members of AFSCME. There is no honesty, respect, or transparency in these actions, and the administration is in complete opposition to the values that sit at the center of the mission statement of this university.
Bravo.
We are worth so much more than a measly 2%. The institutional knowledge and experience we have far outstrips an increase that amounts to a few pennies per hour. The administration knows this, but they refuse to do the right thing. They take us for granted and refuse to see us as people of worth and our work as vital to the functioning of this institution. The administration can get away with underpaying and overworking us because we haven't pushed back hard enough. Until now. I am done waiting for the administration to do the right thing on their own. They have put off fixing the contract for too long, and if they truly had integrity, they would have come to the negotiating table ready to help us solve the inequities in our contract years ago.
Amen.
Yes!
I am done being polite.
Yes!
I am ready to fight, and I hope you are too.
Stop that. Thank you, Rebekah. Indeed, the integrity clause. I read it to the Board of Trustees a couple months ago. NEIU is accountable to those we serve and to those from whom we receive support. We are committed to honesty, respect, and transparency in our words and our actions. In that regard, we promise to be good stewards of the resources we are entrusted to use. Ladies and gentlemen, are they good stewards of the resources they've been entrusted to use?
No!
I can't hear you. Thank you. And speaking of entrusting things, I'd like to bring up two of my other favorite labor presidents on campus right now. Both at the same time, if they could, please. Our UPI sisters, Nancy Matthews, president of UPI, Local 3100, and President Emerita Sophia Mihic as well. Thank them for their support.
Well, I'm really sorry it had to come to this, but if it had to come to this is amazing.
Yes! Yes!
Thank you, all of you from CTU who are in here supporting us. We're out supporting you as much as we can. But I want to talk about my experience here as a faculty member now in my 25th year and what I've seen happen and how it's affecting the life of our institution. We have gone from having full staffs, people who were available inside department offices, who could answer questions for students, who could guide them along the way, who could do the registration processes, help them fill out forms, help them figure out an institution that is often incomprehensible to our students, most of whom, as you know, are first generation to go to college, and a university can be a very confusing place. We need people, not just faculty who are doing the teaching and are advising and so on, and the advisors who are doing the help with shaping a path, We need the people, the support staff, who help make this place work. For the past several years, that has not been happening. As many of you know, during the Rauner budget disaster, many of our AFSCME brothers and sisters were laid off. A few were able to come back, but mostly our staff are picking up double jobs, sometimes triple jobs, I hear. Yes, Jeff Wade has 3. It's not right. It's not right, and it needs to change. And some of you know, UPI went through a small contract negotiation this year. It was not a full contract, but we did get to negotiate compensation.
Wow.
And we completed our negotiation within a few months. Yeah. So why has AFSCME been left behind? This is unconscionable. It's unacceptable. And it's time for us to ramp up the pressure, because we all know that as broke as NEIU claims to be, there are always ways to move money around.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
So I made the full commitment this morning. I've got AFSCME and UPI green and red. I see some green and red over there. I walked out looking like a Christmas tree because I walked out committed. One thing I'm committed to more than anything, and that's education in this city. That's what we all do. That's what NEIU, that's what every CBS school, everybody is about. And in that commitment, we've worked together. We've made sure that we come together, and we've achieved things. We've made this a better place for our students. We're going to keep doing that. And part of what we did over the past year was just work on keeping everything open. We worked on getting a budget. Well, guess what? Once you have a budget, you have to work on quality for students. And that's what we're here for. That's what AFSCME is about. We work together, we educated, and I want to read one line from NEIU United Unions. Working together with students and the university's administration, our United Unions helped secure a veto override and state funding for NEIU beginning in July 6, 2017. We work together to save the precious achievement that is Northeastern Illinois University.
Yes.
We work together by educating people, including our administration. And we have now an administration that gets our students. Our administration needs to learn how to get us. Together. No professor works without their support staff.
That's right.
We have to have everyone on the same page. And it is an insult that we were treated to easy negotiations and our brothers and sisters are not. So maybe we need to send a greeting card. I've got a card. I've got a pen. Sign it, put it up front, and I'll deliver it to the president this afternoon. Thank you so much for being here, people. We will not
Thank you, presidents. Overwhelmed again at the turnout. So, for the stragglers who've come in, let's give it up for our brothers and sisters at CTU. I also want to point out one very special member of your brethren, our sister Chris Joe, former AFSCME member and now proud CTU member. Just wave to the crowd, Chris. I encourage you on purpose, yes. She's going to hate you. It is about fairness. It's about ethics. It's about morality. It's about being good stewards of the resources you're provided. We aren't against anyone getting a raise. I'm a UPI member. I'm certainly not against our brothers and sisters getting a wonderful, acknowledged, and long overdue bump in pay, although it's nowhere near what it should be. They're similar to us in terms of how they're paid, regardless to the state. This contract for them has at least taken some steps to address that. Not us. We're not worth it. You just heard the union presidents be insulted that we're not treated with some sort of professional equity and integrity.
That's right.
I'd rather not have to be here doing this.
Right.
I was just sitting there thinking, it's like, you know, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. They don't have to worry about me. I'm a partner. I'm a willing partner with this university. AFSCME 1989, are you willing partners with this university? AFSCME 1989, how many of you are alums? Let's see a hand. Let's see 2 hands if you're a double alum. We want this place to succeed, but this administration has decided that we're the enemy. We're the bad guys. Why? Do you think they care?
No.
Do you think they care?
No.
Well, you're going to hear all about how much they care. They've told us over and over again, we thank you for your work and thank you for your input too. It's very valuable to us. We love your hard work and thank you for your hard work for our students. My red, By the way, I wore red just naturally too today. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to the students before I get carried away. Nobody wants to listen to me rattle on. However, we have a wonderful Liliana Armas, the president of Chemexla. Yes, I teach public speaking in my part-time. Please, Liliana Armas, I was promised you were here. Come on up and address us, please. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me a chance to speak. I just want to give a solidarity statement. I'm a student of NEIU. Like he mentioned, I'm the president of Chemexla. I'm here on behalf of the students at NEIU, and I just want to say, CTU, we appreciate you. We're here for you. We're here in solidarity with you. So, I know no one wants to be here doing this, but we just want to let you know that we're here for you. The students, like, we love you, okay? So,
thank you.
Yeah.
We love you too.
Yes. That's why we're here. Yes.
So, when I say thank you, I mean it, okay? So, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and we're going to continue this fight, okay? Thank you.
We believe you.
Yes, we do.
So, again, I'm not against anyone getting a raise, right? Administrative and professionals just got a 2% raise.
They sure did.
Probably worth it. Their jobs have been doubled up and tripled up too, right?
Yes.
Everybody here in this room knows a director or someone in administration professional, middle management that now has to do 3 jobs, 4 jobs, right? This isn't about them not being treated fairly either. It's about all of us not being treated fairly. But when the rubber comes to meet the road, it's AFSCME that this administration has made a decision again to make us an enemy. Now, this problem of inequitable pay didn't happen overnight. It's not going to get solved overnight. But the just disparate, ridiculous spread. For example, does anyone know what $5,890 is?
No. The president's raise?
That would be correct. Who said that? Thank you, Rebekah Fitchett. That's President Gibson's raise this year.
Wow.
Okay.
That's half of some people's salary.
Again, not that I'm against a president getting a raise, but when are we going to get one?
Yeah.
When is our hard work prioritized? When are we going to get treated as if our work matters? And consequently, when do the students get treated like they matter?
Yes.
There's a closed office door around campus almost every day in the departments I work. Why? Because there's no staff member for them. And meanwhile, we're hiring people outside the university to do any number of things. $100,000 to Carnegie Dartlet to examine our personalities.
Wow.
That's to help us with our branding, folks. Now, you might think the brand is but just a closed office door that isn't there to help students. Oh, no. No, it's about our personalities, you know. All right? They can pay lawyers. They're good at paying lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
And in fact, if you've been following the news, a lot of people are really good at paying certain law firms in town, aren't they? Right? Interesting. And our university is now, in defiance of everything that's in their face legally in terms of labor law, trying to illegally fire one of our members for simply showing up at one of these events, basically.
Yeah.
Now people say to me, it's like, oh, you know, do you think so-and-so knows about these things? This president of this university has committed to this course of action with an outside lawyer.
Yes, yes.
Trying to fire a hardworking brother and sister, an alum. They're trying to fire an alum for showing up at a rally. What kind of people do this?
All right. Ain't right.
What kind of people do this? Are they ethical? Do they have integrity?
No!
I'm sorry, what?
No!
Thanks. That's enough for me. What I'd like to do now is bring up Tracy Abman. She's in Council 31. She's one of our officers from Council 31. Consequently, someone who's on the ground floor of the fight, not just here, but for all our brothers and sisters across the state and for working people everywhere. Give it up for Tracy, please.
That's me in the house! CT who? CT who? Give it up for SEIU as well! Together, all of us are fighting for the schools that our students deserve, right? Our community deserves, right? And our city deserves. And we're not going to stop until we win, am I right? When we fight, when we fight, when we fight, and we're going to fight, sisters and brothers and siblings, we're going to fight. Just a little bit, a sister asked me while I was standing around, like, what about AFSCME? What is it? Anyway, AFSCME has 75,000 active members across the state. We represent all kinds of folks, including the support staff right here at NEIU. And we are here fighting for them, fighting with them. You know, they're seeking basic justice and fairness. You know, for civil service staff deserve a fair pay plan. That's what this is all about. This local has been working in negotiations for how many days?
450!
But who's counting? That's outrageous, right? You know, this is crazy. You know, during we call him, he should not be named, but really his name was Ronner. Anyway, during the Ronner years, right, it was tough. There was austerity budgets. The support staff faced furloughs. They forced layoffs. They endured incredible hardship, right? But now we're on the road to recovery. Right? And what are they asking? Just for a share in that. Is that too much?
No!
Is that right?
Yes!
Okay, Gloria Gibson, let's hear it. Now we are going to fight and we're going to keep winning and we're going to win until we stop. But let me just give you a few facts. Number one, I don't know if you know this, but there is a title here at NEIU, Customer Service Assistant. They make $12.91 an hour.
Whoa!
Is that right?
No!
Is that shameful?
Yes!
What about the SEIU worker who's been here for 15 years and doesn't even make $14.20 an hour?
Wow!
Does that make sense?
No!
Is that fair?
No!
It's gonna change, right?
Yes!
When we fight?
We win!
When we fight?
We win!
That's right. And what about somebody, and listen, you know, we lift each other up together, right? So we don't mind, we think it's good when an account tech 1 walks in the door making some money, right? Yeah. But should that person make more than an account tech 2 or an account tech 3 who's been here for years?
No!
Is that shameful?
Yes!
Are we gonna fight to change that?
Yes!
Damn right. You're damn right. You're damn right. So we are about making sure that support staff, the people who help make this university run, right? Who are there, right? Who have been there, who are running around, as Jeff said, from they used to have 1 job, now they have 2 or 3. They run around from college to college, from office to office, trying to make this go. You know, we work, our support staff work, and we keep the universities running, right? Would the universities work without us?
No!
Would they work without us?
No!
Who makes the universities run?
We
do. Damn straight we do.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
It's about time that we got recognized and got for the work that we do, right? We're asking for simple fairness.
for simple justice. And that's what we're going to keep fighting for, all right? All right. So when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. We got to keep fighting. Let me just do one quick thing. So I can see my CTU family is sweating because they're not used to being inside. Yeah. Thank you. To warm up, but for the AFSCME family, let me just say, there's something happening downtown in the morning if you've got the morning free. You know, the Mayor Lori Light, what's her name? Mayor
Lightfoot.
Well, we're trying to help Lightfoot get on the right foot. But anyway, there's a, downtown, people are going to be in the streets downtown. If you've got the morning free, kind of go downtown and join them, make their voices heard. Let's make sure the mayor knows that it's not just the teacher's struggle, right? That it's not just the parent struggle, right? It's all our struggles. We all are fighting for a fair and just community, a fair and just school system, whether it's elementary, high school, or higher ed right here. So, sisters and brothers, when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When do we want it? When do we want it? Damn right, and we're gonna get it.
Thank you, Tracy, from Council 31. Also, it's been brought to my attention, I want to acknowledge even some more people here. Can I see a show of hands from our CTU brothers and sisters? How many NEIU, hang on a second, how many NEIU alums are among you? Other than the so much. Really, thank you guys for coming out here and for your courage already. And for setting such a good example to our members as well, for sure. And how to fight for something. Exactly. God love you. Look, I just want to clarify some things here too, because I'm sure there are going to be people who say, well, you said a lot of things at that rally that weren't exactly true. So, I just want to read you exactly. The facts and figures that we give you about being the lowest paid in the state are not just things we just pulled out of a crevice. When we look at the salary range report listed on the State University Civil Service System's website, that's the State University Civil Service System, affectionately referred to as? Yes, but it really means success. Right? So when we call up the pay range and we compare our pay to average other universities, it's evident we are among the bottom wage earners. This is especially true because of the cost of living difference throughout the state. If I'm repeating this for some latecomers, I'm sorry, but deal with it. Get over it, I think is the phrase that pays now, right? Yeah. This is especially true because of someone making $20 an hour in Chicago has a 30% lower standard of living versus a person in Macomb who makes the same amount. My job is a perfect example. I know my counterpart in Macomb. They make 15 cents an hour more than me. Wow. They've been working at WIU for 5 years less than I've been working here. Wow. Now I could take that personally, but I helped to negotiate the last contract with AFSCME, and I've seen what you all are dealing with in terms of that, and the crime against my personal pay isn't anywhere close to what it is with the rest of my brothers and sisters. That's why I'm here, because I'm pissed that they have to go through this, that you even have to do this to make people be moral and ethical and live up to the terms of the mission statement as stated. It's appalling. That's right. It's appalling. $12.30 an hour? Yeah. A couple of gallons of gas, right? What the hell is that? So what are we going to do? what are we going to do when you leave this? Where are we going from here? Anyone know? Right, the state of the university address. And where is that being held? I think we could very easily form a greeting party easily with this number of people. Not only that, folks, please remember that you're going to be told this afternoon just how grateful everyone is for your hard work. They're grateful for you. Did you know that? I didn't. I don't hear it anymore. So it's not just about a fair contract, it's a step plan is what we want, right?
That's right.
Somebody been working here 5 to 8 years, doesn't get paid a nickel less than the person they just trained.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about here. So it's not just what do we want fair contract, we want a step plan.
Yes, that's right.
What do we want?
Step plan!
That was good on first try, too. Nice. Okay, so I highly recommend that if there's some silly call and response in there, opposed to our silly call and responses, but if there's a silly call and response, we simply just respond with what?
Step plan!
What?
Step plan!
A what?
Step plan!
A step plan. Almost every other bargaining unit on campus has it. It's a testament and a dedication from the university and a promise to the university to give the students the best service they can with the most experienced people and rewarding the most experienced people for doing the work they say is valuable to the university, to retain our students, to increase enrollments, which, by the way, are down 10% across the university. Is that our fault?
No!
Okay, so when we go to the negotiating table and they say, gee, we don't have any money, we have this $2 million deficit with the nest that we just have to pay. And we say, well, look at our contract, though. You agreed in the last contract that we were not being paid fairly, and you agreed to solve it. In fact, you agreed to negotiate during the terms of the last contract to solve it, so we wouldn't have to be standing here. And what we get is, well, you know, that happened before we got here. So in other words, the commitment that was made to the nest before the administration got here, that's to be honored. The commitment they made to us gets ignored. Is that right? Is that right? Is that fair? Is that honest? Does it show an integrity? Does it show good stewardship of their resources? And by the way, their resources are from what? Thank you. The Illinois taxpayers. You, me, everyone in this room. Not just them. It ain't their money. It's all of our money. And we need to make sure it gets fairly adjudicated and fairly spread out to the people who do the hard work every day. For those of you who don't know me, I just want to formally introduce to make sure you can all find me. My name is Jeff Wade. I'm the office administrator in art, music, and communication, media, and theater. I'm also an occasional adjunct when we have enough students in the communications department. I have 2 degrees from this university. I've had 6 desk jobs in 9 years here.
Wow.
I want this place to succeed. I don't want to be Gloria Gibson's enemy. I don't want to be anybody's enemy. I just want fairness. I want someone to live up to the integrity clause of our mission statement and do what's best for our university, because if they do that, guess what? I bet our brand is going to really improve. All right, folks, let's greet the honorees at the auditorium. This concludes the AFSCME rally. Who are we? AFSCME! Who? AFSCME! Who? AFSCME! Thank you to SEIU. Brothers and sisters of the staff at SEIU, and God bless the CTU. Thank you, brothers and sisters. CTU. 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 All right, one more time. What do we want? That's okay. Hang on. Hang on. This won't reflect on your final grade. One more time. What do we want? When do we want it? Now! Yes. Thank you. We'll see you in the auditorium.